I've been using this Oraimo MiFi for more than a year now, and so I decided to do a quick review of it since I did not do it on this channel. The only thing I did was an unboxing video which you can watch here. It's still available on Oraimo, so it'll go through whether it's worth buying it now. As I said, I've been using it for more than a year. I bought it in around September 2022, and it's still serving me to date. 1 year is quite a long time for something like this, but it will give, it's good because you'll know whether this will be worth your money. So from my experience, it's a good MiFi. The network is okay. The battery life is still more than average, because when I bought it, it used to last me about 15 hours on 2 devices, and I work online, so I use it most of the time on my phone and on my computer. Now the battery life is around 9-10 hours. I haven't timed it quite well, but it's still quite decent, which is more than most mainstream MiFis. That's thanks to it. Let me open it here. The battery, yeah, it's 2920 milliamp hours, so this is quite good for a MiFi. Most are 1500 and below, so that's why this one can still last that long. Most mainstream MiFis last between 6 to 7 hours, and that's when they're new. So it's good to know that this can last you on a single charge, which is good. That's just about it for the MiFi. I think the main thing should be battery life and the network. So, and this one works on all lines I've tried on this MiFi. They have all worked without any issues. So if you're in Kenya or Nigeria, I'm sure all lines will work, and maybe anywhere else in other parts of the world, most lines should still work. Before you pop in your SIM card, make sure it's pinless so that it can work without any issues. So that's one thing you need to consider. Make sure you don't have a pin set. You can remove it using your phone. Make sure it's pinless so that it can start working directly without any issues. It's a 4G MiFi, so the best you'll get is 4G. Unfortunately, it's not 5G. And then the charging, it uses a micro USB, which is the only thing I found disappointing about this MiFi, given most Oraimo products have a Type-C charging, even the cheapest ones. But it's still okay. It comes with a cable, so if you don't have one, you don't have to worry about that. And yeah, it also has a memory card slot, which you can use to share files on your computer, to send files, and it works on all operating systems. I use Linux, and so definitely it works there. I've tried it on Mac, it works well, and even using the USB tethering, it will still work on those systems, and Windows, of course, it will work without any issues. So for controlling this adjusting settings, what I like about it, it comes with a dedicated app. It's called TransLink, which I'll link down in the description. So that you can download, which makes it easier to manage it instead of logging into your browser. However, the app is not available for iPhone, so you'll have to log in using your favorite browser. I've written an article about it, which I'll also link down below. You can see how you can control it using your browser. When you are setting up the MiFi for the first time, you will find these details. Just take a photo or copy them somewhere. These are the default logins you can use. So you'll use the Wi-Fi SSD, that's the name of the Wi-Fi network, and then you'll use the Wi-Fi key as the password. No, this one behind here, this is for the admin page where you'll manage the settings on your browser. So don't use this as your password. I noticed most people have this issue. So you'll use this IP address as the web address on the URL on your browser. Then this will be the password, so that you can manage the MiFi on your browser. Then before you do that, you'll have to connect to the MiFi. This is the network's name, this Oraimo M100, and then the Wi-Fi key will be the password. Remember that. I noticed most people in my unboxing video, they're complaining that the password is not working, but this is the password. No, this one down here, it's called the Wi-Fi key. One small problem with this MiFi, it's that it doesn't go off if you're charging it. It will still be on as long as it's connected to a charger, so take note of that. But you can always turn on battery saver using the app, or you can visit the settings on your browser, then you can use power saver, and this thing will idle, so it won't connect. You'll have to press this button so that it can connect again. Yes, that's one problem I have with it. The network cannot go off if it's charging. However, that's not a big deal, especially because you have to be online most of the time. So make sure you have a SIM card with a good data plan so that you can use this on your computer. Consumption, I think that depends on how you use it. And nowadays, most apps are data intensive, even on phones, so take note of that. For speeds, I have no problem with download speeds. I even game with it. You can even game with it on a PlayStation without any issues. So for speeds, it's perfect. It all depends on your network provider. This was not like a normal review, but just an update on something that I've been using for a very long time, so you can know it's a good device. It's worth your money. It's a bit more expensive than it was before, but make sure you get it now before maybe they run out of stock. It's a good MiFi. It's the best service so far. So I leave links and a 5% discount code in the description, so you can use that.